your favorite supervillain from the 90s you've never heard of. That's right. See, I had this amazing plan to make the world an awful place to pollute and loot and persecute people. The problem was, society beat me to it. So tons of us supervillains out there, we decided, what's the point? The world is getting horrible without us. We're not needed. So I just drifted off into obscurity before anyone ever knew I existed. What supervillain wouldn't love discrimination from our society? Are you serious? Yes, continue it. As long as people keep getting labeled as something and there's a justification to hate that person based on that, you keep massive amounts of talented people out of society. It's very important. The one thing you never want to happen for a productive society is you want everybody to be measured strictly on their skill set. As long as you keep labeling them as female or gay or a religion you don't like or black, brown, white, whatever, there's nothing good that'll come from a villainistic standpoint from just treating people like human beings. Keep caring about that and you keep the world divided. We need people divided, otherwise they'll unite, and if they unite, how can the elite rule? That would never work. That would lead to prosperity. That would lead to good things. Discrimination only works when you call it out, or when you say it exists. And if you say that people are humans, well, only good can happen. So don't do that. Keep the labels alive. What do I think about pollution? It's simple. Ignore it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no scientific evidence to support the theory that you pump massive amounts of carbon into the atmosphere that it's going to create any kind of destabilization or massive heating. It's not like anybody could take a pan of water and put it on a boiler to watch the water as it accelerates and the heat increases that the water moves. That's not what's going on with the oceans at all. So the best thing that you can do to remain evil is to remain ignorant. Please ignore pollution. As Mr. Propel, what do I think about gender rights? Oh dear, this one is a mean scratcher. See, it's really simple. Some of the best villains on the planet are female. So as a male, it would be very indifferent for me to condemn them. But I could say that the best thing a society could do is not acknowledge the differences between men and women. Even though they're obvious and in the room, and there's people who deny them, don't do that. Keep acknowledging that, oh, anybody can do anything, as if that's true. Forget the fact that people are individuals and messy and complicated. Keep acknowledging that, oh, everybody's the same and the differences don't matter, even though the differences are there and they do matter. But at the same time, by doing that, if you have to, go on the other end and say that the differences are so perverse that certain people shouldn't have the same opportunities. So let's continue talking about this as if it's not the elephant in the room. Don't for 1 second ever elect or support somebody who says that equal opportunity, regardless to who you are, is all that matters. And the rest of it is just kind of there. Don't run a society based on that. Say that because men and women are different, that they should be treated differently in all aspects, or in opportunity aspects. Yes. Or on the other end of it, and the other very important part of it, make sure that somebody says that they're not different at all, and they should be treated equally in all aspects of it. Because there is no differences. It's not like maternity leave matters. It's not like that there's certain times of a person's cycle when certain accommodations might be needed. It's not like any of these things exist. Ignore them. Ignore every single one of these things. Because the one thing you shouldn't do if you're a villain, and you're truly trying to be a villain, is to say men and women are different, but should have the same legal protections. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Keep people thinking these nonsense boxes, and then the world will remain divided, which is what we want. Because a united world means that problems go away. We don't want that. We need more problems. So until next time.